Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, say.
Promotees, please take your seats. Welcome to Charlottewood Middle School's 2021 promotion ceremony. I am Bridget Voorhees, and I am the principal at Charlottewood Middle School. It is truly my honor and privilege to work in this school community. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you to some special people who have come here tonight to share this evening with us all. Shelley Clark, representing the Board of Education. John Campopiano, Executive Director of Educational Services. Garrett Fitch, Assistant Principal. Brandy Brown, Admin TSA. Tara Garrison and Katie Shepard, School Counselors. I'd like to thank all of the parents, family members, and friends who have come this evening or are watching virtually to celebrate this milestone for our promoting 8th grade students. As I said to our 8th graders earlier this week, this event is just as much for your families as it is for you. I would also like to thank the Charlottewood staff members who are joining us as well. Thank you for your unwavering dedication to the profession during these unprecedented times. You have gone over and above to reach the needs of our students during this trying time. And to our class of promoting 8th graders, the class of 2021, if you will, good work and congratulations. You will always be a special group to me personally. You started at Charlottewood the same year that I did. Over this last year, we have all navigated through the difficulties of a global pandemic. You have all shown grit, determination, and resilience this past year. It was pure joy to see all of our hybrid and remote students together for the first time last week at the PTA-sponsored promotion party. Now we can say, you made it, and together we will all cheer you on as you walk across the stage tonight. As you leave Charlottewood, I want to share a few points for you to take with you. Point number 1. Stand out for your effort and character and be a positive example. What I say to you today, be a true leader. I do not necessarily mean that everyone should go and be the best in the fields or at whatever they do. That's not realistic. Be a leader whose highest goal is to make those around them better, not necessarily to promote your own status or standing. Jim Collins, in his book, Good to Great, where he identifies some common traits of good companies that became great, calls it level 5 leadership. Some call it servant leaders, those who serve others through their leadership and makes those around them better. Look around, Chargers. We can all be this type of leader in your family, your classroom, school, college, career, local, or world community. Chargers, you were being a level 5 leader every time a student helped another student by collaborating on that difficult problem or assignment in class. You were being a level 5 leader every time a student picked up trash during lunchtime that did not belong to you. You were being a level 5 leader every time you helped two schoolmates resolve a conflict, or when you said hello and sat down next to a new person who was perhaps sitting alone during lunch. Think how might our world look different if everyone strived to be a level 5 leader. Point number 2, be involved in at least one program or activity. What I say to you today, find what you enjoy and perhaps are good at and engage yourself. The late Steve Jobs and former CEO of Apple shared the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Find your spark, find your passion. For some, you may know what that is. Some of us do not discover our spark until later. That's okay. Keep looking. As you prepare to enter the next stage of high school and become Wolves, Mustangs, Grizzlies, Wildcats, or whatever high school lucky enough to have you, know that we are very proud of your work and believe in you back at CWMS. You can be that level 5 leader. Walk or run to your path and find your spark. Keep working hard and know that the staff at Charlottewood Middle School will always be rooting you on. Congratulations, class of 2021. Now it is time to hear from your fellow students. Each year, students submit their speeches and deliver to a panel of staff members to be selected. First, we will hear from Ariana Hujat, followed by Kate Larson, Sydney Sapiza, and then Haley Gunnarsson.
Good evening, students and parents. I'm Ariana, Charlottewood's student body president. This year has been a whole new journey, to say the least. When I say a whole new journey, I mean we all had that talk with our parents going into 6th grade. The one that sounded something like this. Middle school is rough, but you can see your old friends and make new ones. Then they always have to add in that little bit of a sob story of how you're growing up and getting so many new responsibilities. Sorry, Mom, but a lot of that didn't exactly apply to this year. On March 13th, 2020, we were told that we were going to get a 3-week break off school. Sorry, Ms. Voorhees, but everyone was pretty thrilled. We planned to hang out with friends and have no worries until we turned on the news and it was announced that we were in a global pandemic. At first, I didn't really know what that meant. What I did know was that we weren't going to be able to see our friends or classmates or really leave our homes at all. Days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months. For half of our time in middle school, I think I spent more time in my kitchen than I did on campus. Now I can stand here and bore you all about all the negative aspects of this pandemic. But not only, again, would that be boring, but it would leave out a lot of the amazing experiences of middle school. Remember before COVID, we could talk to our peers across the classroom with no hesitation, and everyone would race through the little NPR doors when the lunch bell rang. Also, we could squeeze together at one table just to eat alongside each other. One of my favorite memories was we would assign a friend to save a seat, while another friend sacrificed their backpack so we could get a ball before anyone else could. With COVID, we couldn't really do that anymore. However, 3 to 6 feet didn't stop us from making new friends while seeing old ones. I have met a lot of new people through this pandemic, even though, for a long time, all I saw was that little blank Zoom screen with their name on it, or my personal favorite, their fan, all your really nice ceilings, or if I was lucky enough, their forehead. With all of this, I still learned some new things about my fellow classmates, and it was a fun experience. Being able to connect with people online is definitely one of the hardest things I've ever done. I'm also a pretty social person, so that's saying a lot. But I know I wasn't the only one who kept a little more to myself online. Although, to my surprise, when we were finally able to come back on campus, I was expecting it to be super quiet, everyone kind of being on edge because we were finally in a big group of people. Mind you, at first it was, but only for like the first 2 class periods. Then we were back to our usual selves. It was amazing to see that we were all able to reconnect and feel that sense of normalcy again. Clearly, no matter the circumstances, our class stayed together as a community in and outside of school. The fact that I'm able to say throughout a global pandemic we were able to stick together is one thing, but also being able to stand here and say that we were able to move forward and overcome challenges makes me proud. There will most definitely be more challenges, but I know the CW class of 2021 can get through it together. Thank you, and congrats, Chargers.
Good evening, everyone. I am Kate Larson, a proud 8th grade Charger. It feels like a lifetime ago that we stepped onto campus for the very first time as 6th graders. We were so excited to leave elementary school behind and spend the next 3 years as a Charlotte Wood Charger. Little did we know we would only be spending half our time actually at Charlotte Wood in person. Little did we know that in March of our 7th grade year, it was the last time we would all be together on the Charlottewood campus. Little did we know that life as we knew it was going to change. Even though some of us stayed remote and some of us came in person, the Charger spirit is still inside us all. A Charger is our Charlottewood mascot. But what is a Charger? No, I'm not talking about a phone or laptop charger. I'm talking about our mascot. Originally, I just thought a charger was a soldier on a horse. I didn't think much about it. But then, after doing some research, I learned that a charger is a war horse. It's a large, sturdy animal that was trained to carry soldiers in battle. Throughout the past 3 years, the Charlottewood teachers and staff have carried us in our middle school quest. They prepared us, trained us, taught us, and even gone through a pandemic with us. They never left our side. We are the lucky ones who got to experience middle school during a pandemic. Middle school is hard enough as it is. If we can get through middle school during a pandemic, we can get through anything. We have learned to pivot, we have learned resilience, and we have learned to adapt to new and unknown situations. We are now Zoom experts, and if you can believe it, we have even gotten better at using technology. Did you know our school is named after Charlotte Wood? She was a woman who taught in Danville from 1890 until 1921. Charlotte Wood herself taught during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, and now we can relate to her. We have gone through school during a pandemic. We know how hard it is. We know it's not perfect, ideal, or what we would have chosen, but we have made it work together. We have all learned a lot through this experience. As we say goodbye to Charlottewood Middle School, with us, we will take the lessons we learned, experiences we had, and everything else that happened along the road of middle school. We will carry the Charger spirit with us to high school as we embark on our new journey. So, here we are at our middle school promotion. Some of us are here in person, and some of us are online. We are still here carrying the Charger spirit. And guess what? I did it. You did it. We did it together. We wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of our parents, guardians, grandparents, family members, classmates, and the amazing teachers, staff, and custodians of Charlottewood Middle School. Thank you, Charlottewood. Congratulations, 8th graders. Let's go, Chargers.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well, then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for good times and bad times. I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Well, you came and opened me, and now there's so much more I see. And so by the way, I thank you. And then for the times when we're apart, well then close your eyes and know these words are coming from my heart. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for good times
and bad times.
I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. That's what friends are for.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sydney Spezia, and I have been a Charlottewood student for the past 3 years. It has definitely been a crazy 3 years, especially the last year and a half. However, even with all the stress around COVID, I feel that in my time at Charlottewood, I have learned so much. Middle school isn't an easy time for anyone. There are so many new things to learn and so many new people to meet. So, as a tribute, I made a speech honoring the top 5 things that I learned in middle school. Because we all know that school isn't about just math or science. Number 1, always try your best. Try your best on anything, whether it's a homework assignment, a test, or a project. It doesn't have to be a school project either. It may be a sport or an instrument. Trying your best doesn't always mean spending hours on every little thing. To me, it means making sure that I'm proud of my work. Trying your best on everything will help you feel more successful and accomplished. Number 2, there's no shame in not knowing the answer. No one is ever going to know the right answer to everything. There will be things that your teacher asks you that you're not going to know. And plus, if you already know everything, there's no room to learn, which is what school's all about. Unless you're playing Kahoot, it's always okay to mess up. Never let anyone shame you for not knowing the answer. Number 3, don't judge a book by its cover. During my time in middle school, I met so many new people. If we had judged each other by appearances or what we had heard from others, a lot of us wouldn't have ended up as friends. I worry that I might seem mean or rude at first, and people giving me a chance always feels good. I think everyone should get to know a person before placing judgment. Every person has a different personality, and we should all learn to love that. Number 4, don't let your fears control you. There's so many what ifs, especially now, and it's so easy to constantly worry. I personally believe in living with no regrets. My mom always tells me, just try it. Try out for that sports team, try a new food, try out for promotion speeches. Just try something new, because worst case scenario, if you don't make the team, if you don't like the new food, if you aren't chosen for promotion speeches, is that you're just going to be right back to where you were before you tried. I like to live by these words and at least try anything I'm interested in. Number 5, the most important one. Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken. I love this quote because it reminds me that I have no reason to be anyone but myself. No matter what you think about yourself, remember, in the end, being you is going to make you 10 times happier. So there it is, 5 things that I've learned through my time at Charlotte Wood. It's not been an easy 3 years, but it's been a fun 3 years. I know that I'm going to take these ideas and use them in high school and beyond. I would also like to say thank you to my teachers, my friends, and my family for always believing me and supporting me through my time here. So goodbye, Charlotte Wood. And thank you for teaching me how to succeed and how to be the best version of myself. Go Chargers!
Good evening, teachers, staff, families, community members, and to my fellow classmates. I am Haley Gunderson, your ASB secretary. Now, I could easily stand up here and talk about how COVID-19 has changed our 8th grade year. And not to downplay the seriousness of this pandemic, but today is about us, the class of 2025, and all that we have gone through together. Let's take a moment to reflect on not what we have lost, but what we have gained. It seems surreal to me that it has already been 3 years since we first stepped foot on the Charlotte Wood campus. Let's start with 6th grade. We were all excited, but nervous to be entering a new school. I remember having to walk into the 8th grade quad for one of my classes and thinking, man, those 8th graders look so old and scary. I remember changing for the first time in PE and how awkward we all felt. I remember going into the lunchroom for the first time, not knowing where to sit. Now look where we are today. We are the 8th graders that look old and scary. We don't think twice about changing for PE, and we aren't worried about where to sit. We have made new friends and learned new things. Now we're entering another new campus. We are going from being the top of the school to the bottom of the pack. We can do this. There's no reason for us to be scared of upperclassmen. Let's look forward to going to new classes. And certainly, we know how to meet new people and make new friends. I mean, that's how we all met. Our class has been through it all. From the good and the bad, we have made unforgettable memories. From Chinatown, to dancing all night at the dances, to the one field day we got in 6th grade. For those of us who took Spanish, remember having a Just Dance competition to the song Bailar, which my class period won, by the way. To chorus and band concerts, to reading The Outsiders, to the color run, to turning in assignments on Google Classroom 1 minute before they were due, to rolling out of bed for Zoom class and wearing masks all day at school. We will carry these moments with us forever, but today is the day that we are all moving on to the next chapter of our lives, starting the next journey through high school. Our class is more prepared than ever. Whether it's another pandemic or something different, we are ready and will know how to respond. We are adaptable to new situations. With high school comes more responsibilities and more opportunities. There will be new types of peer pressure, more grade anxiety, new groups of friends, the process of making and getting cut from sports teams, learning to drive, which couldn't come faster, college applications and testing, and new teachers. This is a hard transition, but I am confident that this class sitting before us is more equipped for high school than any class before. Parents always say that these are the best 4 years of our lives, so let's go make these years count, and most importantly, have fun. Lastly, this is directed directly to my classmates. Here's the end of the road for this period of our life. Most of us will be stepping onto this very campus, San Ramon Valley High School, while others will start their next chapter somewhere else. Wherever life may lead you, know that we have made friendships that will last a lifetime, through the thick and thin. Our strongest strength as a class is that we care about one another and we always have each other's backs. I am looking forward to seeing each one of you grow and to see what you become. Remember, we will forever be Charlotte Wood Class of 2021. Thank you.
It is now time to present you to our Charlotte Wood Middle School promoting class of 2021.
Preya Bansal. Marin Shore.
Ishan Iyer. Go ahead, bud. Right here. And then you're going to go to Miss Voorhees. Good job, Freya.
Lily Aber.
Parker Amberwoods.
TJ Adelman.
Addison Alui.
Arana Alcareza.
Sienna Alexander.
Rania Al-Yusfi.
Ashlyn Anderson.
Jake Anderson.
Cooper Andreoski.
Nicholas Ardries.
Tanner Armando.
Samuel Avalos.
Miranda Baker.
Sophia Barantes.
Gracie Barnes.
Abbas Ben Hamida.
Grant Berry.
Divya Banmidipati.
Nolani
Babu. Ria Bhatia. Lara Bhatia. Daniela Boban. Ion Billa. Miley Bryan. Claire Bold. Bryant Brushke. Violet Broers. Katie Burpee. Talmadge Brushke. Dominic Camara. Julian Cambra. Stephanie Cow. Cameron Candelaria. Tommy Carpenter. Anthony Capra. Maddox Casados. Dane Carter. Nathan Chang. Andrew Chan. Ayan Chavla. Zachary Chang. Blake Chilton. Lucy Shertock. Braden Chalk. Madison Chin. Ziva Cohen. Rachel Coggs. Aiden Coleman. Caitlin Colantuno. Allison Cook. Ryan Colopy. Brooke Davidson. Ava Kraus. Dylan Deitch. Joseph Decker. Nicole Denase. Ashlyn Dellinger. Dominic DeVito. Enzo De Oliveira. Jasmine DeColin. Maddie Dixon. Danica Doherty. Ben Ding. Darren Drake. Jason Doyle. Eula Echano. Eliana Duggins. Alistair Eldridge. Kinsley Eilering. Trey Emmett. Henry Ellis. Jace Fari. Neil Engstrom. Anusha Fazy. Medea Fatima. Alexandra Fernandez. Adriana Fernandez. Luca Ferrara. Andrea Fernandez. Stian Fong. Luke Fitzgerald. Clara Francis. Braden Forschler. Adrian Galame. Justin Fu. Gavin Garcia. Sydney Gann. Matthew Garibaldi. Luke Garcia. Lawrence G. Ramya Gotham. Savannah Glover. Carson Garrier. Veronica Gomez. Hadley Gerke. Declan Grady. Henry Gonzalez. Emily Greenberg. Nicholas Gray. Grundy Gunati. Isabella Guerrero. Karen Gurovich. Haley Gunderson. Bo Haynes. Christian Hack. Justin Hahn. Kenzie Hall. Veronica Harbove. Evan Hansky. Michaela Hartley. Isabel Harrison. Matthew Hentz. Ashlyn Heath. Grace Hickerson.
Marisa Herrera.
Madison Hillman.
Blake Hill.
Ariana Hujat.
Catherine Hicks.
Ryan Hoffman.
Haley Hoffman.
Mary Holton.
Nicole Holbrook.
Evelyn Hoyle.
Noah Houston.
Aaliyah James.
Sarah Ipachi.
Samantha Johnson.
Reese Jacobs.
Taylor Giraffe.
Sophia Jin.
Sean Kent.
Not here. Kate Jones.
Johnny Kim.
Emily Keefe.
Christopher Kitchuk.
Hanju Kim.
Shashank Kaundinya.
Anthony Kitchuk.
Caitlin Kratke.
Luke Corngable.
Spencer Kropp.
Austin Kralik.
Bradley Laird.
Eleanor Kravenko.
Aiden Lariah.
Sean Kwok.
Keegan Lawrence.
Kate Larson.
Ashton Lee.
Cooper Lee.
Joshua Lee.
Joseph Lee.
Zachary Liu.
James LeBrunt.
Karina Lee.
Chase Lee.
Ryan Lickus.
Valerie Lee.
Curtis Lowe.
Mark Liu.
Caitlin Lonergan.
Austin Lockram.
Josie Luengo.
Ella Looney.
Ava Lyons.
Brennan Lynch.
Jack Mackey.
Caden McKenzie.
Cristiano Majorana.
Nadia Magami.
Allison Marr.
Caleb Mann.
Liam McClintock.
Chloe McCallum.
Alex McGregor.
Hayden McDaniel.
Annalise McKeon.
Delaney McGurl.
Zane McKeon.
Walker McKeon.
Rhea Malott.
Chase McMullen.
Zachary Meyer.
Sabrina Menage.
Ash Miller.
Kennedy Myers.
Noah Montoya.
Benjamin Mitchell.
Owen Morgan.
Karan Mora.
Keaton Myers.
Katie Murchison.
Yasmin Nichols.
Michael Nichols.
Holly Noden.
Max Niederauer.
Sierra Norman.
Mika Nolte.
Addison O'Connor.
Patrick O'Brien.
Ethan Ortega.
Luke Olson.
Luke Partridge.
Zachary Parker.
Bella Patel.
Drew Passy.
Malia Pedrini.
Jess Pedersen.
Tyler Peterson.
Hayden Peters.
Olivia Pena.
Kelly Pettigrew.
Jack Pullman,
Caleb Pleiss,
Addison Price,
Emma Pruitt,
Jack Pustowski,
Charlotte Radden,
Jasmine Razak,
Asal Razavi,
Devin Reed,
Jared Reeve,
Nathaniel Ryder,
Ava Resendez,
Dylan Rhodes,
Matthew Regano,
Linnea Rowe,
Alejandro Rodriguez,
Taylor Runfola,
Marco Romeo,
Shannon Ryan,
Zachary Russell,
Aitana Sani,
Morgan Sachs,
Avery Salvin,
Alyssa Salvin,
Molly Sarkani,
Tristan Santos,
Haley Schreiner,
Eric Saunders,
Lauren Seabree,
William Scott,
Mai Sendrovitz,
Zachary Seeley,
Kaylin Severson,
Arundhati Sentil,
Vache Shavakilian,
Marlo Shaw,
Ethan Shields,
Scott Shapiro,
Chase Simpello,
Lola Shopstall,
Dominic Smith,
Sienna Shumway,
Eva Sorakorensky,
Cambry Smith,
Mia Stansfield,
Haley Solis,
AJ Stefani,
Sydney Spezia,
Matthew Stern,
Ryan Starkey,
Austin Stone,
Kate Stern,
Ewan Strain,
Luke Stewart,
Mason Strope,
Kira Stout,
Sean Sverdlov,
Isaiah Strobel,
Sumaya Tayeb Doe,
Brennan Subito,
Jake Thompson,
Hannah Tay,
Ryan Tipton,
Mason Thomas,
Curtis Tom,
Joshua Tipton,
Ryan Tong,
Quinn Tolan,
Jeremy Troyanovsky,
Jesse Tong,
Cameron Tweddle,
Jessica Trask,
Sophia Usher,
Braden Turner,
Sophia Vella,
Emma Usher,
Samantha Walker,
Missy Barbally,
Alexander Welter,
Justin Volatik,
Emily Whiteneck,
Nico Weber,
Aiden Wiankowski,
Leona West,
Asa Williams,
Tara Wiedemann,
Josh Worth,
Grace Wilford,
Jacob Wold,
Nick Williams,
Katie Wood,
Jacob Weisner,
Onessa Yee,
Rachel Wong,
Sydney Yuen,
Addison Yanuzzi,
Aniela Zandona,
Jack Irabaran,
Ken Zhang,
Reese Zates, Dominic Zanti, just need to go back over there.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Family, friends, staff members, and special guests, I am very proud to present to you Charlotte Wood Middle School's promoted class of 2021.